Alright, so I got this switch. When I plug it in, I already checked the port, the USB-C port, and it seems okay. But when I plug it in, the Nintendo logo flashes up, and I see the battery logo, but nothing else happens. I didn't think this was going to actually be a video, but since I left it charging for a while, it would never turn on. So, and it's drawing 325 milliamps. So I'm not sure what the deal with that is, man. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I have a fully charged battery from the last switch I worked on. So I think we should put that in there and see if this bad boy will boot up. What y'all think? Alright. And the good thing about it is somebody took all the screws. Why? Oh, no, as you were. There's one screw. That is quite amusing. And I'm guessing it's because they couldn't get the screw out. That bad boy was in there. Alright. I'm sure I have screws from somewhere. Come on. Come on out of there. Come on. Let's go. Let's go, bro. Dude, man, what the world? Oh. Oh. Ooh. That thing is looking a little bit rough, man. Let's take this back case off. Oh, look at that, dudes. It is missing the SD card reader. Oh, that wasn't mentioned in the listing. It's missing the SD card reader. Can you just arbitrarily swap those? I guess we'll find out. Because I got a few extra. Y'all know what I'm saying. Alright. That. Is that everything? Oh no, there's one more. Ooh, my tummy's growling. My tummy is growling. Alright, first notice there is no water indication, so that's good. Let's find a battery. Here is my trusty charged battery, so let's disconnect this. Let's connect this. Let's flip it over. And let's try to turn it on. And we have a Nintendo logo. And that looks like it's about it. Did it come loose? Alright. Let's try that again. Okay. Let's disconnect the battery. Alright, let's try that again. Got the Nintendo logo. Okay, so something is definitely preventing it from booting. Alright. Let's break out the old multimeter. So we know at a minimum let's go under the microscope real quick here. Let's see if we can see signs that somebody has done something so that's the BQ, and it looks alright, you know. BQ looks okay. Oh, you know what, let me take that off real quick here. So we know that we're getting voltage around the BQ, obviously, because the thing tries to turn on. So we know we're getting our VSys on this inductor right here. Yeah, so we're getting 4.1 volts. Are we getting our 3.3 volts on our M92? We are. Are we getting our 1.8 volts here? We are. So, oh, hold up. What's this I see over here? That's, ooh, look at there, y'all. Okay, okay. So if I disconnect this, then will that let's switch back to the main camera. Let's go ahead. So let's there's some corrosion around that chip right there on the game thing / digitizer. So let's go ahead and let's take this out. Let's take that out. You know what, this has never been out. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's set the old hot air station to 200 degrees. And let's There we go. That is out. What is this here? That's some dust bunnies. So let's go ahead. Let's remove all of this. And we'll try to cut it on without the, I got one more screw I gotta remove. Since we know we have corrosion on the game card reader. We'll try to boot it without the game card. Oh, look at there, y'all. Yeah, somebody spilled some milkshake down in there. So yeah, so that's what the back of the game card reader looks like. So let's I'm half tempted to take the whole thing out just to inspect it, but I'm also curious if it'll boot up now without that connected. So let's plug it in. Let's plug it in and try to cut it on now. We get the Nintendo logo, and now it's going to boot up. There you go. Obviously that's not going to work. Well, y'all, now I have a bunch of extras of these from, but this has, let's go back under the microscope. I mean, I could throw this. I could throw this in the. I hope the digitizer's not damaged. But I could throw this in the ultrasonic cleaner. But I could also just put another one on there and call it good. Because I'm assuming this chip's probably, I don't know. Let's around that chip and see what we can see. So where's ground? Where is ground? Well, we'll just go across the chips. That's not shorted. That is not shorted. I don't know if that's a capacitor or a resistor. Or a fuse, maybe. That's shorted, but I think it's an inductor. That's good. Oh yeah, that's a low resistance. And that's definitely shorted. So let's get a little closer. Oh my goodness, dude, the Atari freaking power adapter is in the way. Alright, so this is a little bit closer view of it here. Let's what do y'all say we clean some of that? Let's flux boil. Can you even flux boil these things, or will it just destroy it? Alright. Let's move the console out of the way. Let's set our heat up to, let's say 300. We ain't trying to take the chip off, we're just trying to Alright. So I say we've given it a good clean now. We've removed. Is that still shorted? Was it shorted? I can't remember. I know I just checked, but I can't really remember whether it was shorted or it wasn't shorted. I think it was this small one. It's no longer shorted, y'all. What do y'all think? Yeah, see there? Look at that, man. Little flux bull works every time. Alright, I am going to put this back in there. Only because I am just curious if the console will boot with it in there, since we did a little there we go. Alright, let's plug our digitizer or whatever that thing's called, cable back in there. Is that? Alright, I think that's in there. Alright, here we go, y'all. Let's put our battery back on there. Let's try to cut it on. Look at there. Dude, we are professional technicians. Does the thing work? Well, it does. Let's see if it'll read again. You know what? I'm not going to use my Legend of Zelda, bro. I'm going to use, just in case, you know, I'm going to use this Lego Worlds or whatever that's called. Let's see if we're going to put this in here. Ooh, bro, I better hold that. Look at there, y'all. It reads the game. I'll say this thing is fixed, man. Alright, let's plug in the original battery. Let's see if it charges. Alright, so we're sitting at 340 something milliamps. We'll let it charge for a bit and see if it comes on. Alright, something fishy is going on because I left this battery plugged in for a bit and it didn't charge the battery. So, but when I put my test battery in, it works fine. So either the battery won't take a charge or it's so dead that it just won't charge. So I'm going to try to charge it with my power supply. And it's not taking any voltage at all, bro. Maybe I'm not making good contact. So there we go. So it's taking one amp on my power supply. So I'm gonna just sit here and charge it for a bit. and then plug it back in and see if then the BQ will charge it. Alright, let's measure it now. I think that has to be enough to at least allow the thing to fast charge, right? So, so 3.5. Let's plug it in and see. Let's see what it does now. Yeah, it's going to fast charge. There we go. Okay, so it's fast charging at 1.8 amps. And it should be booted, and it is. Alright, it does. Can I still read a game? Because I'm not sure. Yep, read the game. So I need to, let's do this. Let's squirt some alcohol on that. And I don't like this, man. That game card reader is too tight. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to do something about that because they spilled stuff in it. So I have quite a few for the DS lights, but I don't have very many for the, so this would go like this, I think. No. Yeah, that is unfortunate, man. That is unfortunate. Or maybe, you know what, let me try one last thing before maybe the issue is this needs to be secured in there like so. There we go. That was the problem, man. It was a mechanical issue, not a it was a mechanical issue. Alright. So let's plug it back in. Let it turn back on. Let's get some Joy-Con rails. Let's hope they work. No. That's amazing. They're kind of gross looking, but oh, this one doesn't even want to go down in there. Got food all up in there, man. That's kind of nasty. All right, that Joy-Con worked. Okay, let's use some IPA. Do the same thing for this one. Let's just give it a nice cleaning. There we go. All right, Joy-Con rails are working. Now let's see if they stay connected when I take them off. Oh, that's kind of tight, bro. They do. Somebody like some Pokemon, boy. This is a well-used device. All right, let's see if we got Wi-Fi. Okay, so this is paired. This one's good. Oh, let's see if we got Wi-Fi. Internet, connection status, internet settings. Do we see any networks? We do. We do see networks. Okay, that's good. All right, last thing before we call this good is I'm going to plug it into the dock and see if it docks. All right, as you can see, it does indeed dock.
So I somehow messed up the audio when I was recording this video, but essentially I went through, reset the console, reconfigured it, ensured that it still read games, ensured that the Joy-Con connectivity was still good to go, and I ended up taking off the back plate like 3 times because I kept forgetting screws, or I forgot the heat sink once, and so anyhow I was just rushing to try to get this completed, and then I did find an SD card reader to replace the one that was not in the console when I got it. All in all, this was a really easy fix. I didn't have to, other than the SD card reader, I really didn't have to use any parts. There was nothing wrong with the game card reader that came with the console, so we just cleaned up that corrosion and it started booting. But a unique thing I learned is I never would have thought in a million years that the game card reader could prevent the console from booting, and I learned that it absolutely can. So that's just another thing that you can use as a process of elimination when dealing with these. But all in all, the console looks good. I did have to replace the case that came with it. I didn't like it. It was just beat up from whoever tried to take it apart to begin with. It's like they tried to take it apart and then kind of gave up partway through just because they got confused. But all in all, it really wasn't a bad console in the end. Plays games fine. It docks. Charges fine. So all in all, it is a pretty good console. I did have to borrow screws from other consoles that I had, so you can see me digging around in a box trying to find replacement screws that were missing when I got the console. So here I'm just giving it one final test. I'm just making sure that the SD card works, Joy-Cons still work, and just giving an overall clean. And as you can see, it's looking pretty good. That's not a bad console for a $50 or a $45 price tag. So y'all be good.